Hello, my little weirdos. I know I look like hell. I'm still getting ready for my day. Still waiting for the pain meds to kick in. But I was researching, and I saw a video. Y'all gotta listen. And Elon, I'm just gonna let you listen to it. Elon posted this himself, okay? Just freaking listen.
If you took the people of Italy and you teleported the people of Italy to, say, some part of the United States,
Okay.
it would still be Italy. But if you teleported a bunch of people from some other part of the world to Italy, where they're telling people no longer because they've been teleported to America, then the region, the geographic region, would no longer be Italy. It would be that other country. A country is its people, not its geography.
He does this. First of all, because he grew up hearing, a country is not the place. A country is the people. That means the land isn't the spirit of that country that land is part of. That's what it means, Elon, you freaking moron. Maybe get rid of the ketamine. You know, his brain is probably so used to functioning on high levels of ketamine that he'd probably die if he stopped taking it at this point. I mean, it's like he's pure ketamine. 50% of his body is ketamine now. I mean, God knows what else he's taking. Because he's very about, you know, man. Yes, some of those drugs, LSD and stuff, on occasion can open your consciousness a little bit. Yes, it can. But it doesn't make you smarter if you're not fucking learning any lessons and you're just going on trips and yapping around because you can, because you're a Nepo baby. That's sick, people. Freaking sick! It's like when Paris Hilton was everywhere, and people are like, well, what does she do? What does she... Oh, she's famous. Well, what is she famous for? For being a Hilton? I mean, oh my God. For being a child of the people that own the Hilton hotels. What exactly of an accomplishment is that, except you shot out of your mother's vagina? See, that's called a Nepo baby. It means you can just breathe. And apparently people think you're wonderful and talented. They might be talented in something, but they never bother, a lot of them never bother finding what that is out. Because they're so busy trying to get their faces in front of the public. Just so people can say, ooh, look at them. Not to make a point. Just to dress up and be photographed walking someplace. I mean, and the people that idolize people like that are like, I don't. Somebody explain it to me. Is because they think that if they're in their sphere for a few seconds, that it might rub off on them? What? I could understand fangirling, fanboying for somebody who's really accomplished a lot and actually has some pretty good insights on things. I could understand being like, oh my gosh, you're so amazing, you're so smart, you're so good to help out people all the time. You know, something like that, yeah. Hello? Like David Attenborough. I could understand being a little impressed by him. I would be impressed with. I'd be like, ooh, Jennifer Lopez, Beyonce, whatever. Hey, I was first. Yeah. David Attenborough. That'd be like, oh, sir. Oh my gosh, can you just say my name in your voice, please? You know, Elon Musk, ugh, I'd puke right in front of him. No qualms. I'd be proud to puke on his feet. I mean, no, seriously. I don't understand why so many people glom onto this idolization, you know? But, this whole transporting shit. So, if transportation was a feasible thing, okay, let's go to Star Trek. Sorry. Because Star Trek had teleportation. So, if you teleport, if you teleport Captain Kirk onto Romulan, is Romulan now the starship, or is it now Earth? Because Kirk is from Earth, but his home is the starship. But now he's on, so Romulan isn't anymore. It's now the starship, so then he owns it, so now he owns the planet. You see where the problem is, Elon? Well, that's just one. You could go on several different ones like this that I can already think of. No, Elon. No, it's not. And the way at the end he went, eh, like he just won it. You won nothing but the prize of an idiot. And winning the prize for an idiot is a bigger idiot. That's orange. That can leave a little orange ring around your mouth. Not saying why. So, you know, apparently, if you move, your country moves with you. Excuse me? Hello? Yeah, okay, you want to hear it one more time? Yeah. Because, like, me too.
And if you took the people of Italy and you teleported the people of Italy,
because we couldn't have heard this correctly, right? Okay.
To say some part of the United States, it would still be Italy. But if you teleported a bunch of people from some other part of the world to Italy, where they're telling people no longer because they've been teleported to America, then the region, the geographic region, would no longer be Italy. It would be that other country. The country is its people, not its geography.
Yeah, he said that. He said what he said. Monday morning, before 8 o'clock, and I had to listen to Elon on ketamine and God knows what else, talking about teleporting. That's what so many people think is a genius. Right there. The same person who disowns his child, one of his 5 children, there's not 5. He wants to repopulate the world with the white babies. I'm serious. That is why he does what he does. He's got like, what, 12 kids with 3 women? They're all white women. And that's the only reason. He's not there to be a father. He doesn't want to be a father and foster and, inspirational, things to be created in that person, to raise them or anything, to teach them. He just wants white babies produced. That's the point. So if anybody else is planning out there, and you think, oh, if I could have Elon's baby, A, he won't pay, no matter how rich he is, and he'll get away without paying to help raise them. He won't raise them with you. He won't be at any event, so he won't support and help that child physically, financially, emotionally, anything. You're going to raise them all by yourself, pay for it all, and he can use that child anytime he wants for advertising or anything, because it's half his child. And it's just because it's a white human. And he'd prefer if you wouldn't have a baby girl, please, because he doesn't want women. He wants white baby boys. So if you want to have one of Elon's kids, make sure you don't give him a girl, because he'll do what he did to Vivian when she See, the reason he's so angry with trans and the whole group there, he's taking out something on them. When the woman, I'm not going to mention wives' names, get him a little confused, I don't want to say that. When she got the person that was pregnant with, who is now Vivian, he actually did, like, that selective breeding is what it is, when you can do certain things to encourage having a male or a female child, depending. And I read about this decades ago, how if you want a little girl, as opposed to a little boy, you should wear either boxers or, because of temperature in your crotch and shit. It was like a ridiculous. I read that ages ago. Just because it was like, I came across the article. I'm like, oh, well, how do you do that? So, it wasn't like I was looking to do it myself. It was just, I came across it. I thought, oh, well, wonder how the hell they do that. And he had done that, probably with all his children. But he specifically wanted boys. So he paid, to do all that. And now one of the boys is changing to a girl. Or has changed. Transitioned. Well, he's completely indignant about that. It's like, I chose that you were going to be a boy, and you disobeyed me and changed to a girl. That's kind of like his fucking attitude. For real? That is how petty and self-entitled this man thinks he is. That he can tell a child, well, I wanted you to be a boy, so you're going to be a boy. And the person's like, but I feel, well, fuck you then, you're not my kid. Oh my God, are you joking me? That is the only reason he has disowned Vivian. Or Vivian's disowned him, to be quite honest. It's like, and then he talks about this teleportating. So, he was born in South Africa. So, then he went to Canada and became a citizen there because his mother is Canadian, I believe. So when they moved from South Africa, all three, when they moved from South Africa to Canada, Canada became South Africa. where were the rest of the people that are in South Africa? Where are they now then? If when you moved, you took your country with you. Everybody took a piece of the country, so countries are all little pieces and all over. There's no real countries. They're just little pieces of countries from all over and every other place. Elon. You could see his face. He was like, yes, I answered the question. Oh my God. Exactly. It's just like, never mind. You start to open your mouth like, no, and these are the same people that when you say something like, no, explain what you mean by that, they'll say you wouldn't understand it anyway. Yeah, because it has no base in reality, probably. That's probably what they do. That I was on a poster, some days ago, and somebody tried to pull that crap with me, and I said, "Oh, really? So that's how that works, huh? So explain that to me like I'm a first grader." And he answered, "You wouldn't understand anyway." Well, yesterday I went because there was an update on the post, so I was like, okay, who said what about who, And a few down from me, I saw another guy say kind of the same type of thing to the guy. It's like, this makes no sense. So if you're insisting, so explain how that's supposed to make sense, because it doesn't make any sense. He said the same thing. Well, you wouldn't understand it anyway. People use that when they don't know how to explain, or they know it doesn't make sense. And they don't want to look stupid, because if the person says, explain it to me, they probably know when you're lying. Well, you wouldn't understand. So he wasn't just saying it to me. You wouldn't understand. That's his answer to everybody who asked him to explain. So explain that, because that's not how reality works. And he said the same thing like 4 times. You would to 4 different people. You wouldn't understand if I did. How about try? How about just try one of us? Yeah. So it was not a win, Elon. Oh my God. Oh my God. I saw a sign and all the protests and stuff. I gotta make it. Grab him by the testicles. Oh, I love it. Love it. Love those. Or, I'd call Donald a cunt, but he lacks depth and warmth. Oh. Oh, my. Oh. Oh. I improved my sign. Can you tell what I did? I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see a little bit. You'll see. Oh, you see it on the arrow, don't you? Yeah, you'll see it on this side. I'll bet you. Ooh. It's got shine. You see it? Yeah. The America one here. There, you can see that better. Yeah, see, that's what's being seen. You know what that is? You know that chunky glitter nail polish? And it helps keep it waterproof. The writing. It's not marker, it's paint. But it's clear sprayed too. Right? Right? I was like, nail polish. Nail polish over the letters. Over the words. That would be like, oh my God. If in the sunshine, like in the summertime, it'll give that Oh my God, it'll get the attention. People will be reading it. All signs. I mean, can you imagine all of that? Just, oh wow. Like with glitter or something that just flashes of the cameras and stuff. Get a little more attention. That we're not fucking joking, man. I didn't throw this sign together in 20 minutes, okay? This sign took intention to make. And that's just how I feel about my signs. I've just done the tear the cardboard, make the sign. That works just as well. But I intended every letter of this message on my signs. And I'm sure everybody else does too. Absolutely. But I just don't want to have to keep making signs every time. I'll add a sign, loan a sign to somebody who's with me if they like a sign. But I just want to go and spend all day looking at different people's protests. But I can't. I have to go food shopping, and I gotta go when I can, as soon, because you don't know. I'm pretty sure next week prices are going to get worse. I've already noticed, doing my shopping list, that things are inched up just a little bit. Not too bad yet here, but it's not going to be staved off forever. I understand that. So yeah, there are some things that I've seen creeping already. So I'm like, well, they obviously have ingredients or something that needs somewhere, or it comes from somewhere else other than America. So because Americans really have been, a lot of people don't even realize how many of the things that they use aren't actually from America. A lot of people haven't until now turned the labels over and looked. I have, because I like to read, so I'll read labels. There's a lot of things that come from other countries, and not just Canada and Mexico. Nuts is a big thing. And I mean, yeah, we make cheese, American cheese, but I mean, there's cheeses of other countries, which is gonna suck, because cheese and nuts are where I get more of my protein than actual meats. So nuts, the peanuts I saw when I was making my shopping list. A 10-pound bag of peanuts in the shell from Hampton Farms. A 5-pound bag used to be like $8.49, and now I think it's 10 something. Because 2 of them would be just under $17, and 2 of them are like over $21. So that's about $2 a bag more, which is a bit of an increase. That's definitely a bit of an increase. Those mixed nut jugs that usually are $15 to $17, they're like $17 to $22 now. I was just looking because I know nuts are one of the things. And I went on to Amazon to go look at what the prices were there. And yeah, something that would have been normally about $16, $17 is now like 21 to 23. So that kind of sucks. I know bananas are gonna be pretty soon, so get a dozen today. Unfortunately, you can't keep them in a fresh state. You can freeze them, use them for cooking or baking or smoothies, but you can't preserve them to eat like a fresh fruit. So that kind of bites, because there's nothing like a banana. There's no substitute, and it's really good for potassium. So that kind of sucks. buckle up. It's starting to, and I'm sure it's starting to be noticed now. And I'm sure after I get back from the store this afternoon, I think it's around noon, he's coming to get me. I'm sure once I get back from the store, I'm going to be in a little bit of a sticker shock on some things, even things that I'm going to look to see prices, even on things that I'm not buying, you know. Just see what the prices are now. So if there's anything in a huge difference, I'll make a video tonight and let y'all know. But I'm going to sign out for now. Peace out.